when I'm paying 216 per month insurance. I ain't got no spare change. I can't parallel park and I'm not ashamed of it. I am not ashamed of it. But if you want me to do bay parking now, your girl's got that boxed off. Parallel parking a little bit.
You wanna play with me, you know I'm undefeated. A real high girl know how to keep a nigga heated. You say you want me, treat me how you wanna be treated. You told me keep it real, but you don't practice what you preaching. You want me to blow your phone up and come and looking for you till I find you. You really want me to whip the hoe that you...
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can tell by the title of this video is going to be about my driving experience. So I've decided to do this video because I was just sat there thinking the other day, like, wow, like these people actually took the piss out of me when giving me my license. Like the way I used to drive those bumper cars back in the day, I should have passed first fucking time. Like, even all the driving experience I had prior to even getting involved in this whole learning to drive thing, like I used to play GTA, I used to stop at the lights, I used to do all the bay parking. So why it taken me 3 attempts to get my license, I do not know. Like, so what I'm going to do in this video is break it down so you can see the level of disrespect I got from these people. Like, so I'm going to talk about the theory because that was just a fucking joke as well. Then obviously the practical test, which it's quite embarrassing, but it is what it is. And then obviously like buying my first car. Obviously for people who already have their license, like this is just going to be banter so you can see the types of L's I take on a regular. And people who don't have the license, this might be quite informative for you so you can be prepared for the disrespect. So let's start with the theory. So my mum kept saying to me, do your theory before you pass, do your theory before you pass. So for a long time before I even wanted to start driving, I knew I wanted to do my theory before I actually started taking driving lessons. So that's what I did. So all my friends and all my family were down there, oh, it's common sense, I didn't even revise, I passed the theory first time, it was so easy. So I thought, well, I'm not going to revise because I'm a lot smarter than you, so I'm definitely going to pass the theory test. So me and my sister booked our theory at the exact same time, my little sister, for the same day, same time, yeah. So coming up to the theory now, we wasn't revising, we was just like, oh, everyone's saying it's common sense, like, well, if da-da-da can do it, we definitely can, blah, blah. So that's where I went wrong, thinking just because somebody else passed first time, I was going to pass first time. So it was the night before the theory, and me and my sister were trying to revise, and it wasn't until I was revising, I was looking at some of these signs thinking, I ain't ever seen that sign before, like, this is not a sign from my ends that I'm used to. So I was like, shit, like, this shit better not, like, come up. So I was just trying my hardest to obviously retain as much information as I possibly could the night before the test. Anyway, so we'll get up now, me and my sister get in the bus there, and we're just like, oh yeah, we're gonna smash it, it's common sense. Like, I genuinely believe I was gonna pass this test first time, and so did my sister, so don't let her tell you any different. Anyway, so we get there now, taking the test. I'm the type of person where, even in school, throughout my whole life, I do a test so quick and then I'm just done. I don't even go back and check. So obviously I was just speeding through the test. As I got through the first 10 questions now, it started to get a bit difficult. I was thinking, this one, what I revised yesterday, so where the fuck is this shit coming from? So I just thought, do you know what? Common sense, just guess. So anyway, I got through it. It literally took me, I think, about 15 minutes to do the test. So I've come out the test expecting to see my sister. My sister's not there. So the man had given me my envelope. I thought, oh, I'm not opening it until my sister comes out. Waiting. Tia took the whole time doing the test. The whole time. Well, I just wanted to get in and out. She wanted to make sure she was reading thoroughly through the questions, which she did. Anyway, she's come out. We've both got our envelopes. Why are we both laughing? We're both laughing. We knew we had already failed. Like, we literally knew we'd already failed because Tia was like, oh my God, like, there was stuff in there I've never seen before in my life. I was like, me too. Anyway, so I've opened the envelopes and it said, obviously we failed. We're fucking pissing ourselves laughing. And we're in hysterics, creasing, thinking it's funny, and I was like, wow, I've actually got paid to resit this again. But I was so eager to drive, I was like, do you know what, I'm going to do it again and I'm going to revise. So what did I do? This time I booked the test on my own. I thought, I'm not even going with Tia, I'm going to go on my own. I revised. Obviously, I didn't put a lot of work into it, but say like 4 days before the test, I started like revising properly. I thought I knew it all. Failed again. And you know what's even deeper? My little sister passed on her second attempt and I failed, and I felt so embarrassed. Wow, how is Tia passing this and I'm not? Like, someone is mocking it.
Someone is taking the piss.
So I booked it a third time. When I say I revised as if my whole life depended on it, like my whole life depended. I had notes and notes and notes. I even drew the signs, coloured them in. Like, I went in, I needed to pass. I was like, there's no way Tia is getting her licence before me, because I was already old anyway, like, so I should have had my licence years ago. I was like, this little bitch ain't gonna get her licence before me. Anyway, went in, give it my all. When I was doing this test now, I felt confident. I was like, click, yeah, click, hazard and perception, hazard. Like, literally, I was so confident, and I passed. So when I passed now, I thought, shit, I better start looking at cars. No, we're joking, I didn't really. So yeah, the next stage obviously is to start the driving lessons. So Tia, my little sister, recommended this driving instructor to us. I don't know where she found him, but he drove an Audi, a white Audi, and was like, do you know what, yeah, I want to learn in that, because that's the car that I'm hoping to get when I pass, so I want to get familiar with it. So I think I did about 5 lessons with this driving instructor, and we just didn't progress. All he did was shout at me, slam on his brakes, like he was dramatic. Like, literally, I'd come out the top of my head, he'd slam on, I'd be like, wow, did you check your mirrors? Oh, you know, I checked the mirrors. I didn't, but he would just slam on at every opportunity, like always shout. Like, me and him would be arguing in the car, and I was like, do you know what, I cannot have this driving instructor. Like, he just pissed me off all the time. Like, I think I didn't even get round to going up to 3rd gear. Like, that is how basic his lessons were. And I kept saying to him, like, oh, how long is it going to take me to pass? And he'd be like, well, once you start listening first, then obviously I can tell you, but right now, like, we still need to focus on the basics. And I was thinking, I can drive, you know, like, I was so confident. I was even saying to my dad, oh, do you want me to move your car off the drive? Do you want me to my mum, do you want me to 3-point turn this rapid? Like, I was confident. I believed I genuinely could drive, and he was holding me back, even though I only went up to like 2nd gear. So obviously he just demotivated me, and I just thought, oh, I cannot be arsed. So I think I left it for a good couple of months. And then one of Tia's friends had passed the test quite quickly with a driving instructor, and Tia got his number. And then Tia started driving with him. And again, I thought, she ain't passing before me. Like, this is what Tia likes to do. She likes to do everything before me. Like, no, I don't compete with my little sister, but I'm the older sister. I should be setting the examples. I was like, no way is she passing before me. So anyway, I jumped onto this driving instructor, started passing. Fantastic, 10 out of 10. Started passing? No, I didn't mean that. So I jumped onto this driving instructor. He was fantastic, like 10 out of 10. From the first lesson, like, literally, he had me all over the place. Like, I was doing up mileage in his car. The lessons I was having with him was an hour and a half. And straight away, I think after like the 2nd or 3rd lesson, he was like, book your test. I was like, oh, slow down. And he was like, no, book your test, because there's a 3-month wait. But what we'll do is, if I feel like in a couple of weeks you are ready to sit, we can look for cancellations. I was like, motherfucker, I'm gonna pass my test real soon. So I thought I better start saving while I'm also doing my lessons. So I was putting away a lot of money so I could make sure I had my car, literally sacrificing so I could buy a car while I was still doing my driving lessons. So I think the the first test that I got with this driving instructor was December the 12th. I remember the date because it was my brother's birthday, and I thought, ain't gonna be his birthday, we're gonna be going shopping for cars, it's all gonna be about me. So on December the 12th, that test was. So it was like start of November, and he was like, you don't need any more lessons, like just drop me a text a week or two before and we'll get some quick lessons in, but you're wasting your money. I was like, no, I want a lesson, He was like, Trees, you're a really good driver, one of the best drivers I've ever had, He was saying the same stuff to my sister, so me and her can't be the best driver he's ever had. So I was like, but anyway, I took his word for it, and he made me feel confident now. I was confident. I was that confident that I had car companies booked in to call me after that driving test on December the 12th, because I thought, yeah, call me up, I'll come test drive a couple whips and obviously make a purchase. Fucking hell. So I had this test. On the day of the test, my mum was like to me, you're gonna get nervous, you know, because I said, Mom, please, like, I'm used to doing performing arts, been on stage, performed to loads of people, like, I don't get scared, Mum, please, you should know me. She was like, no, she went, I don't, but on the day I just couldn't shake, and I stopped shaking, and I was like, Mum, like, please. So before your driving test, you have a lesson before with your driving instructor. Well, I don't know if every driving instructor does that, but my driving instructor did that. So we had the lesson before, and he was like, oh, you might get disco leg. I'm like, what? He went, disco leg, where your leg just doesn't stop shaking, just make sure you can control it. I was like,
No, I'm not going to get disco leg. Don't get nervous. You know me, I've performed to thousands of people before. You know, I've done singing, dancing, acting, you name it, I've performed it. I just don't get shy. I've had main parts, you know.
Made out like I'm the fucking bee's knees. So anyway, we're at the place where I'm going to do my test. I did my test at Cheadle Fire Station, and I chose Cheadle because I preferred the roads. Like, I live in, why am I doing test up in Cheadle? But I just preferred the roads. They were just like windy roads, not a lot of traffic there, and I thought, yeah, this will be easy for me to pass here. Because the one in Didsbury, every time we went in the Didsbury area, there was ambulances coming from everywhere, police cars, and spare traffic, and I thought, mate, if I'm on my test and an ambulance comes, I ain't gonna know what to do, so it's best I just do it in Cheadle, which I did. So we're there waiting for the examinator to come out. I'm fine, just thinking, oh, I just need to hurry up and pass so I can go and look at cars. Examinator comes out, and I think the first thing you have to do on the test is they go over some parts of the car. That was fine. So he'll ask you where like the water coolant is, I think it's called, and the engine and something. I was so confident, like, yeah, engine's up there, my guy. Yeah, water coolant down there, my guy. If that's what it's called. Like, I was just very confident. Anyway, he says to me, read that license plate over there. Like, I knew my eyes were bad, but on my driving lessons, I never, ever had to like wear my glasses and stuff. I was fine driving. Why did they let us start fucking jumping? J went over here, A went over there, 2 was over there. Like, literally, I stood out like, M, L, 1, 3, 2, L. And he's like, yeah, fantastic, right, let's get in the car. Why did my palms instantly start sweating? I've never had it before, so I was like, am I having an out-of-body experience? My palms would not fucking stop sweating. Like, literally, I put them on the steering wheel, they would literally slide off. I was like, oh God, I'm going to have to wind the window down a bit here. So literally, I pressed it a bit and wound the window down. It was December. It was freezing, but I was red hot. Literally, when I say red, I was sweating from everywhere, red hot. So we're getting there, and obviously the first thing I had to do was reverse the car out. Why did my legs stop working? I was like, literally the whole of my body started shaking. He was like, oh, are you alright? Oh, you no need to be nervous, Patrice, just take a breather, you know, reverse the car. My whole body, when she was like, I was like, yeah, I'm fine, yeah, I'm fine. Anyway, I managed to reverse it out and we're driving. So as we come out the fire station, had to stop. wait for the traffic so that I could be let in to go. Anyway, I'm just waiting, literally shaking like a fucking leaf, literally shaking. Oh, now when I look back, like, I literally look like someone was injecting vibration into me because I was literally like proper shaking. Someone let me in, anybody's gone to let me in, stalled. I've gone, oh my god, I don't usually stall, that's the first time I've ever stalled. Why did I lie? I always stalled on my driving lessons. I was like, it's the first time I've ever stalled. Anyway, went, put it in gear again, drove off. Literally got 2 seconds down the road. I couldn't keep my feet still. Stalled again. He was like, right, pull up, have a breathe, and then we'll start. And I said, no, I don't need to pull up. I don't need to pull up. Honestly, I'm fine. Because I thought, if I pull up, I'm failed. I've got people calling me after the test to go and look at cars, so I can't afford to fail. Anyway, decided to try and carry on. Literally, I'm like, come on, Patrice, you can do it. You can do it, Patrice. Yes, come on. Come on. She like literally started talking to myself. The guy I thought, wow, is this girl a weirdo? So I think he started talking to me, asking what I do and how old I am and stuff. And I think that was him trying to calm me down. It set me off, literally set me off, because I was thinking, why is this guy talking to me? Can't you see I'm shaking? I'm just trying to stop shaking, just stop talking to myself and say, yeah, look at me, recruitment. Car stalled again. He went, right, no, Patrice, I'm telling you to pull up and have a breather. So we pulled up, I'm like out of my hand, and we don't know what's happening. This is, this is honestly not like me. I think I'm ready to settle down because I thought I don't want to be stood here too long because that's just gonna be a fail. Anyway, end up doing my manoeuvre and everything, still shaking, but I managed to control the shake a bit. However, I think I stalled about 19 times on that test, and that is not even me exaggerating. And there was a time when I stalled and I didn't know how to put the car back into gear. Like, my mind went blank for a few seconds. But as I drove back to the fire station, for some reason I felt like I passed. I literally felt like I passed. It's like, oh, I'm sorry to let you know that you failed. I was like, what? It's like, you failed. I was like, all right. It's just like, oh, he explained to me. I don't even know what my guy said to me why I failed, because I literally shut off. So my driving instructor drove me back home, and he was saying to me, I told you you'd get disco leg and this and that. But I wasn't even listening to him. I was vexed. I was like, Anyway, got home now. So my test was something like 8:20, something ridiculous. I got home and I was meant to go to work, finish work. I think I was finishing work at like 2 or 3 because I thought I was going to look at cars. Anyway, I went home, I was that depressed, I had to go sleep. I couldn't go straight to it. I had to go and rest up because I had to go and literally deep that I failed and people are going to be calling my phone soon. Anyway, had an hour's nap, went to work. I was in work, my phone was blowing up. Like, literally, people say, oh, are you still going to check this car out and this and that, leaving voicemails for me. I couldn't even ring them back. I didn't even have the decency to ring these people back because I was so embarrassed. So anyway, the second test. So the second test now, I thought, right, I'm going to prepare. Clearly, I'm very, very anxious as soon as this instructor gets in the car. So my mum recommended Rescue Remedy, which is a spray that you put on your tongue. If anyone suffers with anxiety or anyone who's going to do the driving test, I highly, highly recommend Rescue Remedy. When I say, before he come out, when I seen him come out, I was like, straight in my mouth. I was so relaxed. Now, I don't know if it's the brain making me feel like the spray's done anything, but I was so relaxed. Literally, I was driving like, what 3.2? Like, literally, anything he wanted me to do, I did. So anyway, this test now, when we're driving back, I didn't fuck up once. It was perfecto. Got back, he told me I failed. I was like, what? It was like, yeah, when we was driving past parked vehicles on the side, you went out into the road a bit too much. What? Even my driving instructor said, oh, did she nearly cause an accident? It was like, no, but if she was just in an inch or two more, it would have been fine. When I say, I was vexed. March. Yes, this was in March. And then the next tests available were like August. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I just want to drive. Like, it's never going to be a year. I just want to drive. So my driving instructor said, oh, book that test, but still look for cancellation. So I was like, sweet, okay. Anyway, I got a cancellation for the 25th of May, which was going to be my third test. So I was like, right, okay. I know what I need to do. So while I was waiting for the test date to come, I did not have any driving lessons. I think I had one or two like a couple of days before, but my driving instructor believed in me. It's like, you're such a good driver, Patrice, like you will be wasting your money and I don't feel comfortable taking it. So I was like, right, sweet, okay. Anyway, on the test, doing everything they want me to do, literally skirting, skirt, 3.2. Reverse on the corner, like literally everything they wanted me to do. And for some reason, I just literally thought I was going to fail. I was like, oh, I failed again, like these people don't like me. So they're racist, no joke. I was like, these people don't like me, like what the fuck. Anyway, he gets back now and he's like, oh, I'm happy to tell you you passed. I went, what? He went, you passed? I went, oh my god, I really passed. He was like, yeah. When I say I was buzzing, my driving instructor drove me back home. I was like, the whole way from Cheadle to Longsight, it's about a 30-minute drive. When I got home, my jaw was aching so bad, but I was just gassed. I was just gassed because your girl got a license. So what I did, because I thought I was going to fail again, I booked the day off work this time because I thought there's no way I'm going to work this vexed. Like, there's literally no way. So I booked the day off thinking I was going to be vexed, but little did I know I was happy. So it was me, my dad and my sister at home. I was just thinking, why ain't this man taking me to go see cars? Maybe when my mum gets home, you know, there's a big massive box going to be on the street and I'm going to pull the string and the box is going to open, it's going to be a Ranger. Nah, hell to the nah. So the next step for me was buying my first car. So I did this whole process myself. People have said in the past that, oh, Jesus, if I'm mum and dad, should have this, should have that. I paid for my own car insurance and everything on my first car. Well, all the cars I've had, I've paid for everything myself. So let's just get that right. I paid for everything myself. So my first car was like £4,000 and it was a Volkswagen Up. I absolutely loved this car. Like, when I say loved this car, I loved it. Like, literally, I couldn't even sleep at night. Like, I'd park my car outside my house, I'd fall asleep. If I hear anything on the street, I'll instantly wake up and check for my car. My car was the shittest on the street. If anyone's robbing cars, they're not robbing mine, like, let me tell you. But I just loved it and it was just so precious to me. Like, even the little kids, like, they would play football on the street, I'd be hanging out with them.
Hey! Don't pick that ball there, my car! Hey! Hey! Don't make me come out there and pop that ball!
Like, literally, nobody was allowed near my car. It's actually funny, to be honest, because when I was little, I was kicking balls and everything on the street. But anyway, it was my car that I paid for my whole self. Ain't nobody kicking balls or anything near it. So the car was £4,000. Now the insurance. The insurance was absolutely crazy. My insurance for like my first year was very close to £3,000. Like, it was ridiculous. So I had to pay £600 deposit and then my payments were £216 per month. Yes, 216.00 per month, like literally on this little Volkswagen Up, you know. But anyway, I didn't mind. I just wanted to drive. I didn't care. I was like, mate, I am going to drive regardless. Even if the insurance was £4 a month, I would have found the money from somewhere. So in the first year, I did have a black box. It didn't have any curfew on it at all. It obviously just monitored speed. I didn't have any issues with the black box at all. Like, it didn't bother me at all. I forgot it was in the car, to be honest. Obviously, in your first year, well, you shouldn't be speeding anyway, but obviously you don't speed and everything because you're very, very cautious on the road. When the light's on green, you're still stopping, thinking, whoa, it's going to go to red anyway, so I may as well stop now. Like, one thing I would say as well for first-time drivers, when I passed my test, I put P plates on the back. The worst thing ever. Nobody on the road has any patience for you. They do not care whether you've just passed or they literally do not give a fuck. So I would advise not putting them on your car, because literally you'll just be even more anxious when people are just trying to cut in front and just do everything, because they're just like, oh, they're going to be slow, let me just do this and do that. So I would advise not putting them on. I think I had them on for about 2 days. When I took them off, literally I felt more confident on the road. People were more patient, and it was more enjoyable for me to drive. Oh my God, I just remembered. Let me tell you about when I picked up the car. So when I picked up my first car, it was like a 30-40 minute drive from my house. So I was expected to drive this vehicle 30-40 minutes from where it was, then all the way to my house. So I went with my little sister and her boyfriend at the time. Well, still a boyfriend now, sorry Connor. Not a boyfriend, her baby father, soon to be fiance. Anyway, yeah, he took me there because he drove. Took me there, and then I drove the car back with my sister in the car. So I thought, oh, it'll be fine driving with Tia in the car. Tia who don't have a fucking license, you know. Tia who don't have a license. I thought it'd be safe driving a car there. Anyway, so we get in the car and I'm following behind Tia's boyfriend. Everything's all hunky-dory because it is just a straight road. Tia's there trying to put the radio on, and I'm like, Tia! No, while I'm driving, I'm trying to concentrate on the road. She's like, no, this will have you relax. I'm like, no music in my car, Tia. Like, literally, I didn't even want her to, if she moved, I'd be like, Tia, stop. Try and wind down the window, Tia, stop. Like, literally, I was so anxious. When I say I've got very long legs, I was pressed up against that steering wheel. It was going through my chest. Like, I drove like that all the way home. Anyway, there's a bit near my house where there's a hill and you have to do a hill start. Now, I forgot about hill starts. Obviously, I'm still new to this thing, you get there. I forgot about a hill start. So anyway, we get there and we're on this hill. So obviously I brake. There's lights on the hill. Then the lights go to green. So all the cars in front drive off. Why do I start rolling back? So I roll back and I pull up the handbrake and I'm like, oh my God, because I nearly went into a fucking Range Rover behind me. Do you think I can afford to go into a Range Rover when I'm paying $216 per month insurance? I ain't got no spare change. Anyway, so I'm panicking with handbrake. So all the cars behind me are beeping. I'm like, ring Connor, I don't know what to do. To get on the phone to Connor, like, Connor, what do I do? Like, I'm stuck on the hill. He's like, what do you mean? I'm fucking stuck on the hill, Connor. My car's rolling back. He's like, do a hill start. It all clicked. That's what the driving instructor taught me hill starts for, because that's when you need to be using it. So anyway, I got the car home safe and sound. It was literally the most traumatic time of my life on that hill, but driving that car, I absolutely loved it. Now, I love this car. Everybody else who got in the car hated it because the car, it had windows that you had to wind down with your hand, like literally. So everyone literally hated that car. But what my friends were forgetting is some of them had been driving a long time before me, so I was just getting any little car to do my little bumps and, you know, crashes in if I was going to have in it, instead of getting something brand new, crashing it and being upset. They didn't get it. They wanted me to have the best of the best, which obviously friends do. However, we've all got to start somewhere. Now, I loved winding down my window. I loved it. It wasn't a problem to me because I bought that car, so I loved every inch of it, every fucking inch of it. The only time that pissed me off is if I'm at the lights now and I see one of my friends and they're like, oh, hi, trying to talk to me. I'm like, and they're like, why the window down? I'm like, I have to put the handbrake up, lean over. Hi, you're right, yeah, what you saying? Lights going green. Winding them back up. That's the only time it was annoying, but I absolutely loved and adored that car with all my life. Do you know what? I need some water. Like, this mouth is dry. I'm trying too much. So the Volkswagen Up that I loved with all my heart, I had for just over a year. I did plan on having that car for 2 years. However, one day I went to a car showroom and I thought, let me just go in there and see what I got. I went on my own again. I left purchasing an Audi A1. So my second car was a black Audi A1. Now, I only had this car for about 4 months. The car drove fantastic. Like, I absolutely loved it as a 1.6. at TDI, loved it, loved the drive, loved how quick it took off and stuff. However, when I purchased the car, they sold me the car saying, oh yeah, it's got Bluetooth and this and that. Because I thought, if I'm going to get a new car, I need to be able to do the hands-free thing, you get me? Like, I need to be able to talk to my friends, hee, ha, 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 on Bluetooth, which she said, yeah, it's got Bluetooth, but it turned out the car didn't have Bluetooth. So I had to go through wars to get my money back, like literally wars to get my money back. So I had the car for 3 months. Anyway, I ended up getting my money back. And then I thought, do you know what? Instead of going to a third party supplier, I'm going to go direct to main dealership. So I decided to go to Audi, and this is when I got Audiana, and I absolutely love this car. So I got the new A1 2019 plate, literally. When I got the car, it had 4 miles on the clock. I was just like, wow, I can't believe this is my car. I absolutely loved it. The service was amazing. Like, I would highly recommend anybody buying a car to go direct to a dealership. The service was amazing. They made me feel like, honestly, I was a celebrity. And obviously that is because you are paying so much for a car, so the service does need to be up there. With the finance thing, I was a little bit skeptical, like, oh, it's a lot, do it. But it's been worth it for me. Everything comes included with the price that I pay, and yeah, I do love the car. I love that it's got a digital dashboard. It's my favourite thing. I don't think I could ever go back to a car now that doesn't have a digital dashboard, and I'm glad that I waited until I am a bit more of a confident driver to actually have this car. When I did start, well, even now, to be honest, I do feel like I'm driving a bus. And I want a Range Rover next, you know, I need to learn quick. I can't parallel park, and I'm not ashamed of it. I am not ashamed of it. But if you want me to do bay parking now, your girl's got that boxed off. Parallel parking a little bit, And obviously I got to help design my car, so I could have chose to have parking sensors, which I know now on my next car I definitely need parking sensors, because I literally, if I'm with my friends and I need to parallel park, they're parallel parking or else we're leaving, like, because I get so angry. Even if my friends are like, oh no, I'll tell you what to do, like, full lock this, full lock that, I lose my shit. Like, I literally lose it, because it just makes me so anxious. Why do we have to parallel park? Who even invented it? Who? It's fucking ridiculous. Like, literally, the amount of places I go and I've got, say I'm going to a restaurant that's here and there's a parking spot here, I'm parking all the way down there if that spot is parallel parking, because I'm not embarrassing myself. I'm literally not embarrassing myself. Literally, I will take off someone's bumper trying to parallel park. It just literally goes over my head. It's so hard. But yeah, I just thought that I would share my driving experience with you guys, because when I sit and think about it, it is actually hilarious. Like, it's actually funny. I should not, let me repeat, should not have had to do my test 3 times. Like, literally, that still pains me till this day. Some people are embarrassed about it and they don't tell people. I'm not asked me. Yeah, it took me 3 times. And what? But get me to Bay Park. Let me show you how to Bay Park, though. Let me show you how to Bay Park. Okay. I'm literally not embarrassed. And yeah, I could have passed my driving test a little bit sooner, but I passed when it was right for me, because ain't nobody got £216 to be paid at 18 for driving insurance. And I know obviously it's gone up over the years, but obviously I was in a job that was paying me well and I could afford to pay for everything myself. My parents have not had to help me any time with my cars at all, so I'm proud of myself, and I know that this video will help a lot of people to make sure that they fully do prepare for their test. That theory ain't common sense. Prepare for that shit. Prepare. When are you gonna see a cow and a gate on the same sign? What the fuck does that mean? I don't see cows and gates in my ends, so how the fuck do I know where I live? We don't have gates, do you know what I mean? But yeah, anyway, I hope you enjoyed my video. If you did like it, please comment, like, subscribe, all the good stuff. Help a girl out. See you in my next video.